But what's funny is that like they come over here and the culture is so westernized and so like caught up in like money, status, and lifestyle that they tend to change over a period of time. You know, when they say, for example, you meet your dream girl overseas, don't bring her back, it's for a reason.
You mean she becomes Americanized?
Yes. And at that point, I think a lot of guys think, okay, you know what? I can keep her safe. I can contain her from this crazy world. And maybe you can, but to be honest, she's going to do what she wants to do. So that means TikTok, for example, going out with friends, at some point, she's going to enter into this Western mindset. And if she's not very strong or raised in the right family, or for example, the right parents, I will say she will fall victim to the Western society. And that means
How many years do you think it takes? 4 or 5?
I would say 2 months, bro.
2 months?
You know why? Hear this, bro. Hear this.
68
Accusations.
Hear this, bro. It just takes one encounter with a guy like myself, or a guy with status.
Don't incriminate yourself.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, bro. I'm kidding.
A bullshit?
Just kidding. But no, honestly, it just takes one encounter with a guy that has some leverage, some status here in Miami. They show them a good lifestyle, show them some fun, and they're like, wow, this is the life. I love this. And then the guy dumps them, and they go back to their regular life. They're like, wait a minute. These guys over working at CVS, over here working a regular job, they can't give me what I want. So now their mind is set on these guys with high standards, and some of them drive Ferraris, Lambos, you know, they drive Rolls Royce, and that's the new norm for them. So what happens is, and by the way, if you're not from Miami, just so you guys know, in Miami, okay, we can ban this guy, shiz my nuzzle. Thank you. In Miami, anybody that has this lifestyle that we're talking about here has leverage. And in the marketplace of dating, unfortunately, what happens is those top guys in this space dominate most of the girls. Now, doesn't mean you also have to have a nice car, a nice chain. I'm just saying, generally speaking, if you're outside in Miami and they got to choose between the guy at CVS or the guy with the Lambo or Ferrari, this is why guys fit the lifestyle, because they know if they play the lifestyle correctly, they can bag the girl. But then obviously,
and you've seen that.
100%. And there's girls that obviously just care about looks, which is fine as well.
I think they care more about something else, man.
The
I
money.
think they care more about something else, man.
Oh, you got someone you?
I think they could more care about that right here, man. Because I got to tell you, man, listen, I'm a straight man.
Yeah.
But that's the sexiest man in the world right here. That man
God.
right here, that's the sexiest man I've ever seen. Shout out to all the Capricorns out there. Woo!
Big pause, but big pause. But I get what you're saying. But
Here, let's make it rain.
the point is that you gotta have everything as a guy, especially in today's competition world, because what's happening is with Instagram, as you guys know, with TikTok and of course X, is that the playing field has become global. And as a result, even especially in high cities like Vegas, Miami, New York, if you're not in that status of, I want to say, at least 100K plus,
You have no business in this city unless you're making 100,000. And by the way, that's bare minimum.
Yeah.
Living in a studio,
Yeah.
you're not driving the nicest car. And by the way, if you don't have at least 100K, don't come anywhere near Miami. Stay your ass somewhere like in the middle of the Miami, because by the alligators, because the rent's cheap out there. Not here. Like for, you know, a lot of people have to understand it's very expensive here.
it is.
And you can live a lot better in most parts of America than you can here. At least, you know, you got to make at least 60K. You're living like a king in West Virginia.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not going there.
So 12 years ago, I was making $7 an hour, and I survived up north, not in Miami itself, and I did okay. And then I started making $10 at Chick-fil-A as well, so 7 and 10 is 17. But
There you go.
yeah, so it got a little bit better, and I survived. I lived in a studio apartment, $500 a month. I
Yeah,
paid my
we're in the car. So guess what? We were in the car like last week, and we're basically in a what was it?
Ferrari F8.
Ferrari. And he's telling me how he used to live in this hood.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that in a second.
Yeah,
All of a
the
sudden,
clips.
he's coming back to where he was, showing his boys around in a 400K Ferrari.
Yeah, and a property as well in that same area we purchased back in 2021.
Well done.
But yeah, but it speaks to a lot of people and their current lifestyle. And I'll say this: when it comes to dating, don't worry about girls at the very beginning, man. I think that's the big mistake guys make, is that a lot of girls are gold diggers, and if you focus on that right now, they're gonna take your money and you're gonna blow all of it now. Versus building a foundation for yourself first. And you know what's the actual benefit of this? The reward is women that you want, because now you can choose. You can pick and choose who you want to date, and just say no.